But we have to take it seriously. It's important we follow manufacturer specifications for combustion appliance installation, service, and consumer maintenance. These are not shrug-off exercises. Knowing and following code requirements and complying helps in the reductions to unsafe conditions. This is Bob Dwyer of the Carbon Monoxide Safety Association. We've got carbon monoxide news reports from June 3 through 15, 2020. This classroom discussion segment's been prompted by a few of the posted stories. News links found at www.cosafety.blogspot.com. Unfortunately, many of the carbon monoxide postings are tragedies generated by people not recognizing a real, right in front of them hazard that they are a participant in. Some observers of these fatal incidences post words like unfortunate, sad, tragic, should have known better, stupid, ignorant, what were they thinking, should have had a CO detector, bless them, and other words with phrases. We can't change these events, but we can continue our efforts of instruction, learn perhaps from painful experiences and successes of prevention. Many CO deaths are notably innocence by ignorance. That is not to say basic combustion safety knowledge is unlearnable. It seems that, however hard and earnest the efforts are for safety education in every community by fire departments, health departments, code officials, and others, people ignore the cautions and suffer unpleasant consequences. It seems we don't mind being stupid, just don't tell me I am. So a quick review. Two circumstances make CO a hazard. It's produced in high enough concentrations to hurt someone. It has a way to reach people. The number one cause of accidental CO poisoning in North America is from automotive and other liquid fuel burning combustion systems running in enclosed spaces, like attached garages. So never warm cars or automobiles, vehicles up inside a garage, or use generators, even if the doors are open. Well, two circumstances that make carbon monoxide a hazard occurred. The Jenkins Foundation, reminding us the foundation was formed in memory of Darrell and Shirley Jenkins, lost their lives to carbon monoxide poisoning in a hotel room in Boone, North Carolina on April 16, 2013. Now, this was 2 weeks before Jeffrey Williams died from carbon monoxide. An 11-year-old boy died in the same hotel room, and his mother was unconscious. There were no rules and regulations as much as the family of Darrell and Shirley Jenkins pleaded after their parents died to please consider checking the room and equipment for carbon monoxide, and it wasn't done. Unfortunately, it took another death for them to pay attention. We're so sorry that the Jenkins Foundation even exists, but they too are saving lives. And an article by Barry Stone, House Detective, printed in the Chicago Daily Herald, references gas furnace not sealed to the platform. A simple way to isolate exhaust fumes from the circulating air is to seal the base of the furnace to the platform, as your gas man recommended and is in manufacturer specifications of the installation of the equipment. If the base of the furnace is not sealed, low air pressure inside the blower compartment can draw combustion air through unsealed gaps. If the air is contaminated with exhaust, this can be blown into rooms of the home and breathed in by the occupants. And we can see this. This is a picture of a furnace on the left, same furnace on the right. The one on the right is using an infrared camera attachment to a cell phone. The mechanical room door is open. This is an outside access door to the mechanical room that houses a gas water heater and a gas furnace. The furnace is sitting on a box. Well, that's part of the return system. To the right, it goes into a part of the house for the return air. It's pulling it towards the furnace. It's an upflow furnace, and it's pushing the air across the heat exchanger, which is not on because this is summertime, but it's pushing it through the system into the ductwork that's distributing air throughout the house. Now with the air conditioner on, you can see that it's 74 degrees on that furnace panel from outside, and the blue is cool air. Now that's leakage. That air is cool because it's being blown from inside the house through that furnace system connected to the ductwork, and you can see that it's leaking. Now, if there's any kind of combustion gas inside that mechanical room, when that door is closed, say the water heater is backdrafting and it's not venting properly and it starts to produce carbon monoxide, that combustion gas is getting distributed through the whole house. And there's many storms and many power outages. Remember, social distancing for generators from human beings is 30 feet. Generator safety tips to keep in mind this hurricane season from WTSP.com. Never place a generator outside of an open window where carbon monoxide can leach into the home. Never operate a generator in the rain. You can be shocked or killed. And this is one of the news headlines we started with. 2 died in Coventry Township, home of carbon monoxide poisoning. Their deaths were ruled accidental. The home had been without power for several months. Another headline we'll expand upon that we looked at right when we started. Police rescue unconscious children from Bluffton home after toxic carbon monoxide leak. Bluffton firefighters determined that a portable generator running outside a window air conditioner unit allowed the poisonous gas to spread through the home quickly. Another generator, this time a house is under construction, and fortunately an Adelaide man saved the family. From 9 News, this was a video report. Take a look at it. Go to www.cosafety.blogspot.com, find the report. The Adelaide man had saved the lives of his sister and brother-in-law after they were overcome by carbon monoxide. There's great video replays. Please take a look at it. We've got to be carefully respectful of where we use these energy sources. Well, in a couple fire departments, St. Catharines Fire Department launching an Alarm for Life program from News Talk 610, CKTB, iHeartRadio. If you live in St. Catharines, don't be surprised if firefighters come knocking at your door next week. The fire department is launching the Alarm for Life program, delivering fire safety packages. And Gardner Fire Department to resume home inspections from the Gardner News. Fire officials will begin inspecting smoke and carbon monoxide detectors in homes for sale beginning Tuesday, June 23rd, according to Fire Chief Richard Aries. And some club notes from the Altoona Mirror. Roaring Spring, the auxiliary has purchased smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors for home health patients and special delivery families. Well, let's hope that these are low-level carbon monoxide alarms. Somewhere are in the mix there. You take a look at the instructions of the high-level detectors, the ones listed as UL 2034. They specifically state that these are the types of people that require low-level CO alarms. So let's get them for them. We've got to protect our most vulnerable population. Ask ourselves, when is it best for me to be CO alarmed? Every home should have at least one low-level CO monitor. Well, in the United States and Canada, it's boating season again. Got a couple articles here. The press.net, the threat of boating-related CO poisoning. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, large boats, including houseboats, sometimes have generators that vent toward the rear of the boat. This venting makes people on the rear swim deck or water platform of the boat vulnerable to CO poisoning. The CDC also notes that traveling at slow speeds and idling can lead to a buildup of CO in the cabin, a buildup that can increase due to wind coming from the aft section of the boat. And from ABC4, Officials warn of carbon monoxide dangers when boating. CO can build up in boats. Backdrafting, it can cause CO to build up inside the cabin, cockpit, and bridge when a boat is operated at high box angle, is improperly or heavily loaded, or has an opening that draws in the exhaust. Traveling at low speeds or idling, generators on large houseboats. Generators oftentimes vent to the rear of the boat where there's a swim deck. Other vessels, exhaust from other vessels that is docked, beached, or anchored alongside your boat can emit CO into the cabin and cockpit of your boat. Even small fishing boats with gasoline-powered motors. Let's be safe out there. Well, here's an update on a medical call that turns to a carbon monoxide discovery from 750 KXL. 2 workers rescued from a toxic environment at a Beaverton, Oregon business. Officers found a person who appeared to be unconscious as was down inside the building. Firefighters from Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue pulled the unconscious victim to safety and started life-saving measures. 2 different news sources, same incident. The update had a video report, and from Fox 32 Chicago, off-duty Chicago cop dead. Woman critically hurt after carbon monoxide leak in Albany Park home. When the report first came out of WLS TV, it stated there were 2 hospitalized in critical condition after Albany Park carbon monoxide leak, Chicago police said. Carbon monoxide incidences happen around the world every day. 2 hospitalized after a carbon monoxide incident in Milford from Patch.com. Crews found high levels of carbon monoxide due to a forklift being used inside the building. Officials said 2 people were hospitalized. Propane forklifts have been used inside buildings for a long time, and people have gotten sick, gone home from being sick. It's a gas that should not be breathed in and should be only used outside. From PubMed NIH, 4 deaths due to carbon monoxide poisoning in car washes. In a period of 13 months, 3 separate incidences of lethal carbon monoxide poisoning in closed car wash bays resulted in the deaths of 4 men aged 20 to 36 years. Mechanical or electronic methods to prevent a bay door from closing completely may be preferable. Carbon monoxide alarms that work the doors would be preferable as well. Cold days, hot days, do not run your engine when you're inside the car washing bay, even if both doors are open. And from the Daily Sun, a report on World Asthma Day. Due to the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, some health commemorative days were postponed. However, asthma disease must be mentioned due to its fatality on humanity. This disease is called deadly because it does not allow affected persons to breathe properly, unlike other diseases. Well, it seems to me like every day is a World Asthma Day. Asthma, there's breathing difficulty, wheezing, cough. You can see normal airway, asthma airways, and asthma attack airway. There's exercise-induced asthma, occupational asthma, allergy-induced asthma. We need inhalers. There's allergy testing. There's peak flow. There's spirometry. And there's pollution. And from PubMed NIH again, myocardial injury and long-term mortality following moderate to severe carbon monoxide poisoning. Myocardial injury occurs frequently in patients hospitalized for moderate to severe CO poisoning and is a significant predictor of mortality. Read more of PubMed NIH. And reporting from the News International, Washington, air pollution can pose serious threat to brain health. Although the impact of inhaling polluted air on the lungs is well known, now the researchers have revealed that it can pose a serious threat to brain health as well. The study published in the journal Chemical and Engineering News details how researchers are connecting air pollution to dementia, autism, and other neurological diseases the foreign media has reported. From AZ Big Media, Banner experts, how smoke from fires can affect your health. Children, pregnant women, older populations, and people with asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, diabetes or heart disease need to be especially careful about breathing wildfire smoke, said Bella A. Joseph, MD, from Banner, University of Medicine in Tucson. Inhaling carbon monoxide decreases the body's oxygen supply. This can cause headaches, reduce alertness, and aggravate a heart condition known as angina. During increased physical exertion, cardiovascular effects can be worsened by exposure to carbon monoxide and particulate matter. Once exposure stops, symptoms from inhaling carbon monoxide or fine particles generally diminish, but many last for a couple of days, said Dr. Joseph. From the Los Angeles Post-Examiner, COVID-19, is carbon monoxide the key to understanding? So far, pollution researchers only looked at NOx, nitrogen oxide, gases, and fine dust, but they neglected the most toxic component of urban air pollution, carbon monoxide or CO. That weakens the immune system and makes us an easy target for viruses and bacteria. Well, from the CT Mirror, COVID testing ordered for all nursing home assisted living center staff. Read more. Read on of the CT Mirror. The tragic disruption of coronavirus has given us a glimpse of what our future environment could look like if we invest in more clean energy and clean transportation. We'll conclude this classroom discussion centered around current carbon monoxide and combustion safety news stories posted at www.cosafety.blogspot.com. This is Bob Dwyer of COSA, the Carbon Monoxide Safety Association. Let's be safe.